Last week on the 12 Days of Backlog, we did the Spider-Man final battle from No Way Home, and I thought what better set to pair it up with in the 12 Days of Backlog than the expansion pack for the final battle, set number 76280. My main concern with this set, and the reason I didn't purchase it at full price, I waited until I could get it for $17.99, was because of the three minifigures that you do get in this set, two of which, of course, being reuses from the final battle set that we put together on the channel last week, and you can see it in the very back of shot there as I put together the scaffolding and the base framework for this set. And the other issue that I had with this set was the fact that that sort of base structure wasn't really going to be of any use once I was done. And this is what it looked like when it was complete. I like the fact that this set has very, very minimal use of stickers. There's only 5 tiny stickers in this set, and 3 of them go on the Sandman's knuckles. The other 3 figures, the one that will be added to the final duel battle is the lizard figure. Dual molded headpiece, technically, with that scales on the back of his head and really nice torso printing with a rubberized tail. Very nice figure. This, however, Electro was a downgrade from the final battle set. You can see that the lightning bolts aren't quite as big as on the other one, and the yellow stud pieces on his hands are actually different to the clear stud pieces that look a lot cleaner on this model. This is the better model, and I will be selling the model that I got in today's set. The final figure you get is Tom Holland's Spider-Man, and as you can see, no particular difference. You do get that web piece as well. And the only thing that I don't particularly love about this is the fact that you are missing the Tom Holland headpiece that goes with this set. So once again, another slight downgrade. Lovely back printing, I have to say it once again. It's a really nicely done Spider-Man figure. It's just a shame about the lack of Tom Holland head on it. The hands of the Sandman are completely different builds. One is much smaller. The left hand is actually much smaller than the right hand that you can see in shot now, and I much prefer the right hand. A little bit more posability and slightly better use of parts, but there is stickers on there, as you can see. I would have preferred it if they were both that size. I know it's not supposed to be completely symmetrical. I just think it would have looked slightly better. I'm also very pleased that the headpiece is printed and not a sticker. So the last thing to do now is to find a way of integrating it into the battle, and this time lapse probably takes a little bit longer than I would have liked it to. It is, of course, very, very fiddly, which was to be expected with all of the scaffolding that was in there, but I also had to think about minifigure placement, and it was more of a challenge than I thought it was going to be. I have to be honest with you. But once we have it completed, my biggest concern and gripe with the set is the fact that you've got all of these leftover pieces, and that is something that makes this set not very valuable at all. Not only do you have 2 leftover minifigures that you essentially don't need, but you've also got that base structure there and a ton of parts. Don't get me wrong, they will get reused and shoved into a mock, but it does question the value for money of this set. However, the final product of this set looks fantastic. It's very similar to how I laid it out in the previous video. You've still got Tom Holland Spider-Man facing off with the Green Goblin there. You've still got Andrew Garfield catching MJ at the very bottom as well. But on the side now, you can see Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man shooting a web off towards Doc Ock. It felt appropriate to keep those two together. And as you move further up, you've got the lizard attached to one of the scaffolding frames. It felt like the easiest place to get him in, and the easiest place to get Electro in was on that clear piece inside the ring. It was the only place that he could balance, really, and that is the reason I've selected to have him there. I've also got the hand of the Sandman clinging on to the scaffolding. That is not to keep it upright, that is just because I thought it looked quite good. I do love the way that Sandman looks. You've got Doctor Strange. He's the only one that has a strange placement, which is on one of those Pod Racer Finn pieces, and you've got Ned with the box there in the corner. I had to keep the box in Ned's hands. There is something incredibly satisfying about this build once it has been expanded, it has to be said, and the only thing left to do is to put it back on the top shelf. And there you have it. And whilst it is technically backlog, I did only have this expansion set for a month or two, and I'm glad I did as well, because nobody should pay full price for this set. I got it for £17. I'd recommend it for about that £22 mark. It's questionable how much excess you're going to have left over at the end of this set, but it is a really nice set. And stay tuned on the channel, because we have more backlog sets coming, as well as that advent calendar in the build up to the festive season.